There are many paths to attaining God in the scriptures. Mainly three paths are told: Karma, Gyan, Bhakti. The path of Karma, Vedic rites and rituals. The path of Gyan or knowledge, and the path of Bhakti, the path of love in God. All these paths can do something. You have heard more than this. You have heard yoga in so many different paths. There could be hundreds and hundreds. But they are either all part of this tree or combination. Mainly they are three. Jnanam karma cha bhaktischa. The aim of human life what is the aim, this human birth, what is so special about human birth? What is the aim of life? Is it just to come in the world and enjoy the senses, make a lot of money in the bank, get nice food to eat, wear nice clothes, get married, have children? Is this what life is about? If life is like that, then animals, they also have almost the same thing. They eat, they drink, they have children. What differentiates? Human beings. And what is the aim of life? So, according to Hinduism, there are 8.4 million forms of life. आकर 4,84,000 योनि भ्रमत यह जीव अविनाशी. Bhagwan Shri Ram says to the residents of Ayodhya in Uttarkand of the Ramayana, there are 8.4 million forms of life, 84 lakh yoni. And the Jeev, the soul, the Atma, which is indestructible, eternal, beginningless, Sanatan, Avinashi means indestructible, eternal, beginningless, keeps rotating in that 8.4 million forms of life. We are not the body. This body belongs to us. Then what are we? We are the soul, Atma. When someone dies, we say that person has left the world. John left the world at 4 o'clock this morning. Oh, so why is everyone going to see him? If John left the world at 4 o'clock this morning, why is everyone going to see him? Oh, we are going to see his body, dead body, Mati. So it means that body and who has left the world is two different things. Who is that has left the body, we don't know, but that's who we are. That is called the soul, the Atma. That is eternal. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin. The soul never takes birth, nor does it die. Shri Krishna says in chapter 2, verse 20 of the Gita, we, the soul, Atman, neither does it take birth, nor does it die, nor having come into existence does it cease to be, because it is unborn, eternal, and most ancient. It is not destroyed even when the body is destroyed. Na jayate mriyate va kadachinnayam bhutva bhavitava na bhuyah. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. So we are the soul Atma. We have been in existence from beginningless time. And we keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. The aim is to become free from something called Maya. The reason why we keep rotating in that 8.4 million forms of life, because of something called Agyan. Agyan means ignorance. What ignorance? Main kaun hu, ye bhul gaya. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten that we are the soul, the Atma. We have been identifying with the physical body from beginningless time. And because of that, we keep rotating. Maya has taken hold of us. This power called Maya. Maya is not an illusion. Shri Krishna says in Gita, Daivi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metantarantite. Chapter 7 verse 14 Gita. Shri Krishna says Maya is a divine power. Daivi Hesha. Or Mama Maya, Meri Maya. He says Maya is a power that belongs to him. It is his power. And so since God is real and Maya is his power, means Maya is real. Or Mithya, nahi, it's not an imagination of the mind, as some people say. Shri Krishna makes it very clear. The Vedas also say, Mayam tu prakritim vidyan mainam tu maheshwaram tasyaveva bhutaistu vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. Shvetashvatara Upanishad chapter 4 verse 10. Vedas also saying thousands of Ved mantras, just saying one, that Maya is a power that belongs to God, to Sri Krishna. Mainam tu Maheshwaram. It is his power. And this power has made us forgotten. Because we have forgotten who we are, Maya has taken hold of us. We identify with the body and we keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. So our aim is to become free from Maya. Ye Maya se chutkara. Not to destroy Maya, no one can destroy Maya. We want to become free from Maya. And only one way. Shri Krishna makes it very clear in chapter 7 verse 14. Mame vaye prapadyante maya metan tarantite. Chapter 7 verse 14, the second line says, only, Ev means only. Only the person who completely surrenders to Shri Krishna can become free from Maya. Surrender means bhakti. Jnani doesn't surrender, karmi doesn't surrender, yogi doesn't surrender, devotee surrenders. So that's why only bhakti. Shri Krishna makes it very clear in Gita also. He says, Naham vedena tapasa na dane na chet jaya. After showing Arjuna his divine form in the Gita, Arjuna asked Shri Krishna to see his divine form. Shri Krishna had told Arjuna, I am God. All Arjuna knew that Shri Krishna was his friend, Sakha, and his cousin also. So he said, you are God, then show me. Shri Krishna says, look, why, just accept, no, I want to see, but you don't have the right eyes, then give me the eyes. So Shri Krishna gave divine eyes to Arjuna, and Arjuna saw the divine form. Then he says, to see this form of mine, to attain me, Naham vedena tapasana dane che jaya. Chapter 11 verse 53, Gita. Not by studying of the Vedas, nor a performance of Vedic rites and rituals, nor through tapasya, austerities, fasting, charity, etc. can one attain God. He's making it very clear. None of this. So how? So this is in this verse he says, none of this can help one to know God, to see God, attain God. In the next verse he says, Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya Ahamevam vidhorjuna Gyatum drashtum cha tattvena praveshtum cha parantapah. Chapter 11 verse 54 Gita. Shri Krishna says, whether someone wants to see drashtum, he wants to see my divine form, see me. Gyatum, he wants to attain my divine knowledge. Praveshtum, he wants to attain moksha, merge into me, into God. Whatever you want to attain, divine. Only one thing. Ananya bhakti. Bhaktya tu ananyaya. Exclusive devotion, exclusive love for God. No other way. How to become free from Maya? So in the Vedas, there's a verse that says, Tameva viditvat mrityumeti nanya pantha vidyate yanai. Shvetashvatara Upanishad chapter 3 verse 8. The Ved mantra saying, only by knowing God, Shri Krishna, God, can the individual soul become free from Maya. There is no other way. और कोई मार्ग नहीं, और कोई रास्ता नहीं. One way. And how can we know God? Through bhakti. Only bhakti. So we have to do bhakti. This is why we are practicing bhakti. Now, and to do bhakti, certain things are required. Certain conditions. Very brief, not going to go in great details, it will take a lot of lectures. So briefly, so many of you are new, so I'm just trying to give a synopsis. Gaurang Mahaprabhu, a descension of Radha Krishna. God descended in the year 1486 in India, in a place called Navdvip in India, in the month of Phalgun, in one form called Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya. And he did not leave much writing. He stayed in the world for 48 years only. Revived bhakti, the path of bhakti, and chanted the name of God again. It's become more or less lost. And he left only 8 verses. It's called Shikshastak, Sanskrit verses. One of the verse he says, Tinadapi sunichena tarurapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. If you want to do bhakti, if you want to go to God, you want to be a spiritual person, not a religious person. There's a big difference between being religious and spiritual. Religious, that person goes to church every day, goes to the mandir every day, lights diya, offers jal every day. Yet there is no love. It's only a show. It's only because he thinks I'm going to get something in the world. God is going to bless me with some worldly thing. That's not bhakti. So that's religious. Spiritual means someone who is getting closer to God. If we want to go on the spiritual path, we want to get close, Bhagwan ke nazdik mein jana, pass, to attain the true bliss, true happiness that we're looking for. So there are 3 things we have to fulfill, 3 conditions. Very important. Many times, many of us, whom we call satsangis, we are practicing. We're practicing sadhana, we're doing so much things, but we fail to fulfill these 3 conditions. And we wonder why we're not progressing. These 3 things are very important. Very important. Number 1, Trinadapi suni chena. Trin means grass, ghas in Hindi. If you want to be a devotee, you want to be a spiritual person, you want to get close to God, the first condition, one has to be humbler than a blade of grass. Ghas se barkar deen banna. Deenata. Humility. This is so important. Why is humility so important? Because one of the things God says He wants pure heart. To know Him, one has to have pure heart. Nirmalaman. Bhagwan, Sri Ram says in the Ramayana to Sugriv, Nirmal man jan so mohi pava, mohi kapat chal chidra na bhava. Only those who are pure in heart, pure mind, Nirmal man, can know me, see me, attain me. I cannot tolerate deception, deceit, fraud. So he wants pure heart. And how to make the heart pure? One medicine. Bhagwan Shri Krishna says to Uddhav in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Yathagni he mamalam jahati dhamatam punah svam bhajate charupam atma cha karma nushayam vidhuya mad bhakti yogena bhajatya thomam. 11 Canto, 14th chapter, 25th verse, Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. Bhagwan Shri Krishna says, Uddhav, just as gold, when gold becomes dirty, or in its original form it is filled with dirt, you have to purify it. And how do you purify the gold? You heat it in fire. Agni mein tapate. So he says, just as gold, when heated in fire, hem, gold, agni, yathagina hemam. Hem means gold. Just as when gold is heated in fire, it becomes purified of its dirt, impurities, glows and attains its pure form. In the same way, only, listen carefully, only when we shed tears of selfless love for God is the heart, the mind purified. Only one thing can make the heart, the mind pure. Shedding tears of love for God. Not for the world. When we cry for the world, the heart becomes more dirty. You have a piece of cloth, dirty for a long time, piece of rag, and you want to make it clean. Do you take it and dip it and wash it or dump it in a bucket of mud, water, grind? No, it gets more dirty. You need pure water. Nirmal pani, nirmal jal. So the world is a dirty water. The rag, the piece of dirty cloth is our heart, our mind. When we shed tears for the world, the heart gets more dirty. The pure water. What is the pure water? To wash the dirty cloth of the mind. The pure water, God and saint, who is God personified. This is a pure Nirmal Jal. When we shed tears for God and the saint, the heart, the mind becomes pure. So the most important thing in bhakti is shedding tears. Asuba. This is why humility is so important. Why we don't shed tears for God? People can cry in the world very easy. They cry for everything and anything. But when it comes to shedding tears for God, very difficult. Why? One thing prevents us. Abhiman, ahankar, ego, pride. So in the path of spirituality, bhakti, we have to get rid of the ego, the pride. One thing Bhagwan, one thing the saint they cannot tolerate is ego, abhiman, pride. God loves humility. He's called Dinanath, Lord of the humble. Dina Bandhu, friend of the humble. He loves humility. वो बंधु है दीनों का. God resisted the proud but give it unto the humble. Bible everywhere says. He loves humility. So humility is so important. How do we become humble? By realizing deep in our heart that every moment I'm thinking wrong thoughts. Uncountable lifetimes have gone. and uncountable sins is stored in the heart and the mind. It's called Sanchit Paap, infinite. We have to clean it. That's why we do sadhana. That's why we shed tears for God and for the saint. We shed tears, the heart starts purifying. So humility, dinata. So tarur api sahishnuna. Tinadapi sunichena tarur api sahishnuna. The second one, tar. Tar means briksh, ped, tree. One has to be more tolerant than a tree, a fruit-bearing tree. How tolerant is a tree? Somebody is throwing stick, they're throwing stone, that somebody breaks the branch, somebody is even cutting the tree, wants to kill the tree. And somebody's taking care, somebody's putting fertilizer, is putting water, cleaning the weeds, etc. When the tree bears fruits, जब फल आते हैं पेड़, does the tree say, okay, you took good care of me, I'm going to give the best mango, the best apple, the best fruit to you, and you try to kill me, no fruit for you, I'm going to give you a poison fruit? No, the tree gives to all alike, whether you took care or you try to kill it. We have to be more tolerant than that. In other words, there's a situation that you have to get angry, but you don't get angry. This thing, anger, is so dangerous. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibrama, smriti vanshad buddhinashu, buddhinashat pranashyati. Chapter 2, verse 63, Gita. Shri Krishna says to Arjuna, what happens when anger comes in us? From anger comes delusion. From delusion, loss of memory. When we lose our memory, we lose the power to discriminate, and everything is destroyed. We become an animal. We become worse than an animal. We destroy all our sadhana. We practice in bhakti sadhana, and then little things somebody do, little things somebody say. We get big tests. You're going to get tested in the path. And we fail. We get angry, we start having negative thoughts. We complain about everybody, how this one is so bad, this one is, and then we don't see our own faults. Do not find faults. Fault finding, one of the most dangerous things you can do. Because that only brings more pride, abhiman. What happens? Why is fault finding so dangerous? To begin with, when we see everybody is faulty, this is proof that we are so faulty to start with. Number two, when you look at the faults of others, you just add more. We already have so many. We just added more. And subtly you're thinking, I'm better than that one. That's how you can find faults. So abhiman, pride comes. That's why Bhagwan Shri Ram says to Shabari, Sapanehu nahi dekha hi paradosha. He's explaining Navadha Bhakti to Shabari. And he says, not even in dream, sapana, should you look at the faults of others. So dangerous is fault finding. Everybody's bad, everybody's on the Maya, they have faults. How does it benefit me by looking? If it helps me to increase my bhakti, to become better devotee, fine, look. But it's only making us rest. So, to be more tolerant. Number 3, amanina manadena. Man means respect. In Sanskrit, in Hindi, the word man means respect. Amanina, the absence of a desire for name and fame, for respect. You can have the best quality. It's very difficult, but even if you have, you should still think yourself to be the worst, the most fallen, so that this pride doesn't come. Ego doesn't come. Do not desire name and fame. Give charity, give dhan, but don't desire it. Everyone should know how much I have given. My name should be splashed across the newspaper, the TV. Someone has to stand up in the mandir and announce, this fella give $20, $5. or $1,000. No. When thou art given dan, charity, when thou art given charity, let not the left hand know what the right hand hath given, that thy alms may be in secret. The real charity, the real dan is the one given in secret. Nobody should know. So that abhiman doesn't come, pride doesn't come. Amanina. Amanadena. Give respect to all. Don't see high and low. See in God in the heart of everyone. That God that I am loving, I am looking to love, to get His bhakti, to get His love, to get His darshan. He is sitting in the heart of everyone. Knowing that, feeling that, then give respect to all. Don't see high and low. So this is a very important. So this beautiful part written by Jagat Guru Tam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. I mentioned Gaurang Mahaprabhu, who came in the year 1486. He stayed only 48 years. And when he was about to leave, he said to his mother, I'm going to come back twice. 2 times. In the year 1922, in a place called Mangar, in the district of Pratapgarh in India, UP. It was the night of Sharad Purnima, the full moon night in the month of October, 5th of October that year. Again, Gaurang Mahaprabhu appeared. This time he came as Ram Kripalu Tripathi. Eventually became known in the whole world as Jagat Guru Tam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. Having fulfilled that promise that I'll come back twice, he came. This is one of the time. And he was even more merciful, more loving, more kind in this descension. This is why the name Kripalu. Kripalu means an ocean of mercy, of grace, of kripa. The name itself tells something about who he was. Much more about him, but he's written many, many wonderful books. One of the book is Prem Ras Madira, 1008 pads, divine compositions, all the divine pastimes of Sri Radha Krishna, of God, and the gopis, etc. All the philosophy of all the Vedas, all the scriptures. So, 21 Madhuri, one of them is called Dain Madhuri. So this pad I've chosen tonight is from Dain Madhuri, and it says, Dwar Patit ik ayuri Kishori Radhe. So Radha and Krishna are one and the same, they're not two. Yam Radha Yash Krishna's Dasabdit Deha Shakrina Tad Vidha Bhoot. Atharva Vedi Radhika Tapini Upanishad. The Vedas say there is no question of Radha and Sri Krishna being two. They don't even have two bodies. There's only one supreme power, one supreme God, and He's taken two forms, Dorup, as Radha and Sri Krishna. Why? For Krida. Krida means Leela, divine pastime. So Radha is Krishna, Krishna is Radha. The scripture says, Radhika Krishna Rupam Cha Krishno Radha Swarupaka. Sanakumar Samhita. Radha Rani is the form of Sri Krishna, and Sri Krishna is the form of Radha Rani. They are one and the same. So here, a devotee is saying, O Radha Rani, O Kishori Radhe, I have come a sinner. So this humility, realizing that I am the most fallen. Look, God is called Patit the Pavan. There are many titles. One is Patit the Pavan, the purifier of the sinful soul, the lover of the sinful soul. God loves sinful souls. Then why doesn't He love me? Why haven't I seen it? Because we haven't accepted that I am a sinner. If we have accepted, then we will be so humble. No matter what anybody say or do, they will not be able to affect me negatively. Accept. That's all. So the soul accepting that I am a most sinful soul is saying to Radha Rani, I have come to your door. I want to see you. I have come to attain your darshan, your divine love. So Radha Rani, Mangat bhik prem ki yadyapi patra sang nahi layuri. I am asking for divine love, your divine love, to love you selflessly, that divine love, divine bliss. But I have not bought a vessel to contain it. If you go to somebody for something, you have to have a vessel. The Guru is saying, the true Guru, a true saint, is saying, I'm given milk free. I'm given milk free. Just bring a vessel, bartan. We bring a vessel, we bring a container, but the whole bottom is missing. If we were to pour the milk, what will happen? All will follow. That vessel, that patra, is our heart, our mind. We have to fix it. We have to make it pure. So I have not brought the vessel, meaning my heart is so impure, it is so sinful. But instead of thinking about you all the time and shedding tears for you, I'm just thinking about worldly things and having negative thoughts in my mind and enjoying how to enjoy the world. So my heart, that path that I don't have. Vishta Vishaya Hetu Nitya Abalav Shukara Jo Bhattakayuri. So, because for big and endless time, I have been involved in the world looking for happiness in sensual objects. Identify with the body, I told you. Our nature is to want happiness. We are a fraction of happiness. We are a fraction of Sri Krishna. Another name for Sri Krishna in the Vedas is Anand. Anando Brahmeti Vajanat. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 3 verse 6. The Vedas say Sri Krishna is happiness. Anand, bliss. And we, the individual souls, being eternal parts, fraction of Sri Krishna, naturally love and want only Sri Krishna. And because Sri Krishna is happiness, we all want only happiness. But because of that ignorance of identifying with the physical body, from big and endless time we have been looking in the wrong place, where it cannot be found, in the material world, in sensual objects. So just like a pig gets happiness in dirty places and dirty things. Let's say you take a pig and bathe it in the cleanest water and milk and put on beautiful clothes, and you let the pig go, it will run back in the dirtiest place. And this is the condition of our mind. It loves running to the dirty world, looking for happiness in the sensual objects, eating the dirty things of the world, looking for happiness. That's my condition of my mind. And for uncountable lifetimes, my mind is like that pig. As I'm looking for joy in dirty sensual objects in the world, I accept that. Santan kahun neku nahi manyu kiyu sadaman bhayuri. The saints, we have met saints. I've used the word saint all the time. Guru. A lot of people we hear about guru. What guru is, hardly anybody knows. Even the person who calls himself guru doesn't know what a guru is. Guru. Gu means andhakar, darkness. Maya, greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust. This is gu. Ru means light, prakash. Divine light, divine knowledge, divineness, God. So Gu means Maya, Ru means God. One who can take away Maya and give us God, that is a Guru. Who can take away Maya? Shri Krishna says only He. Chapter 7 verse 14. Only Shri, because it's His power. So someone who is equal to Shri Krishna. In other words, one who has attained Shri Krishna, the saint. Only he can be called Guru. The person himself is on the Maya, he's binded on the Maya, he's fallen all over the place, he loves the material world, he has greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust. How can he free you when he himself is on the Maya? Impossible. So Guru, So this is a saint. Only a saint can be Guru. Saint means one who's attained God, seen God, attained the divine knowledge, divine vision, etc. of God. If we have met such person uncountable times, but we never listened to them, either we didn't accept them as saint because of our pride, our ego, we were not willing to accept them as saint, or we say they're a saint, yes, but we were very careless, lazy. Instead of following the instruction of the Guru, the saint, we went according to our mind. What our mind, manamani means we listen to our mind, we do what our mind says. And all of us are guilty of this. Guru, we have met the true Guru, we have met the saint, greatest of saints. Many of us had the greatest fortune of meeting Jagat Guru Tam, Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. Some of us have not, but we have accepted him as Guru. And that's fine, that's great. That's not your doing. That's God's grace, Guru's grace. Impossible for a person to do that without getting that grace. But are we following his instruction? Or are we doing as our mind says? Right? So we should not do manamani. We have to follow the instruction. Apne buddhi, Guru ki buddhi mein jod. God has given us a very powerful instrument called buddhi, intellect. Whatever the intellect say, the mind has to do. Mind is very bad. From uncountable lifetime, this mind has become very bad. But it is controlled by the intellect, by the buddhi. But the problem is our buddhi, our intellect has gone very bad. So it's going to give the wrong instruction to the mind. So what do? We join our intellect with the intellect of Guru. The same, the true Guru, not just any Guru. Or else we'll be misled and we'll go into hell. Guru can only give us what he has. If he is in darkness, how can he give light to us? So, when you meet the true Guru, the true saint, you join your intellect with his. In other words, let his instruction govern your intellect. And now that intellect will tell the mind will go accordingly. So we have to join our intellect with Guru's intellect. In other words, let the instructions of the Guru guide us as to what we should do and go accordingly. Then we'll get benefit. Then we'll get bhakti. Then we'll progress. Otherwise, if you continue doing manamani, listening to our mind, we can do all the kirtan, we can shed all the tears, all the bhakti. Not going to get anywhere. So, next line. Jani jani aparadh karat nit ne kahu nahi lajayuri. So, knowingly, knowingly. Look, if somebody commits something wrong and he goes to the court and the judge says, well, you didn't really know, I will lessen the punishment a little bit. But you're a lawyer and you know the wrong thing and you still did it, then you should get a bigger punishment. Knowingly I have committed namaprad. Knowingly I am doing wrong things every moment, and yet I do not feel ashamed. Not even the smallest amount. Right? So, Shri Maharaji, Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, whom we would call lovingly Maharaji, used to say to us, yes, we are under Maya, we're going to think wrong, we're going to do wrong things. We're not saying. He doesn't expect that we're going to do everything correct. We have to make the effort, we have to try, but you will make mistake. You will do wrong thing. But when that wrong thing happens, if you feel badly about it, we say, I'm sorry. It's only been civilized. Nobody really feels sorry. It's just a good, nice way of, everybody says in the world, tries to say also. These two words, sorry and thank you. This is acting. Feel sorry from inside. Really feel badly. The more badly you feel, the more you feel I really did something, the longer it will take you to ever do it again. We have to feel like that. Feel deeply inside that. And Guru will help. Guru is sitting in our heart, God is sitting in our heart. They will help, but we have to feel like that. Naratanu Hari Hari Jana Anukampa Sabahi Paya Gamayori. So we have gotten something, great. Three greatest blessing. There was the very first Jagat Guru was Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya says, Durlabham Manusham Janma Pratyate Tirashairapi. Durlabham Manusham Janma Durlabham Trayame Vaitad Devanugrahakarakam Manushyatam Mukshutvam Mahapurusha Sambhava. Shankaracharya said three things are most difficult to attain. Durlabh, almost impossible to attain. And it can only be attained when God showers His grace. Devanugraha. What are the three things? Number one, Manushyatam, birth in this human form. We all have it. But we don't know when we'll get it again. The most difficult, the rarest and most difficult birth. There are 8.4 million forms. Birth in the human form. This is so rare, so difficult to attain that even Devatas, people pray to Devatas, celestial beings who live in heaven. Agni, the god of fire. Vayu, the god of wind. Kuber, the god of wealth. Indra, the king of heaven, the god of rain. These Devatas, people pray Indraya Namah Swaha, Agnaye Namah Swaha, etc. But these same Devatas are praying to Sri Krishna for what? What we have, this human body. Durlabham Trayam Evaitat Durlabham Manusham Janma Prathyate Tirashairapi. Narad Puran. The Devatas, celestial gods, are praying to Sri Krishna. Hey Sri Krishna, hey Bhagwan, oh Lord, we are begging you, please give us birth in the human form. We don't want heaven, there is nothing here. Imagine, they who are in heaven, the Devatas, they are praying for this human body that we have, and we who have this most valuable thing, we are so foolish, we want to go to heaven. Because we don't understand, nobody has taught us the right thing, that there is nothing in heaven. We have to go to Bhagwan, to God. We have been to heaven uncountable times. We have to come back here and suffer. Shri Ram warns us in the Ramayana. He says to the residents of Ayodhya, Ehi tan kar phal vishayana bhai, swargahu swalpa ant dukhdai. He says, hey, my dearest ones, listen carefully. This human body which is so valuable, even celestial gods, Devatas are begging and praying for it, wasn't given to you to enjoy sensual pleasures, enjoy the world. Vishayana bhai. Nor was it given to go to heaven, Swarg. Swargahu swalp. Why? So the word swalp means non-existent. Because there is no true happiness in heaven. And the worst part, ant dukhdai. It will, after enjoying heaven, you are going to suffer. It ends in suffering. You have to come back in this material world and rotate in 8.4 million forms after enjoying heaven. There's no happiness. We've done it uncountable times. So this human body is so valuable, but it has a problem. It has a problem. एक बहुत बड़ी दोष है इसमें. Which moment we can lose it, nobody knows. Kshana Bhangur. Videhanimi says to the 9 Yogeshwars in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Durlabho manusho deho dehinam kshana bhangur tatapi durlabham manye vaikuntha priya darshanam. Videhanimi is saying to the 9 Yogeshwars, the human body is extremely difficult and rare to attain. Durlabho manusho deho. But it is kshana bhangur. At which moment we can lose it, nobody knows. Every day we see somebody right now so healthy, and next thing he died. What? You go on the road, suddenly you get an accident, you die. Nobody knows when. We can't guarantee the next moment, yet we keep making plans. Someone says, come, there is satsang. Try to have satsang. I'm too busy right now. Oh, this is chutti, holiday. I need to go and enjoy the world a little bit. But you're satsangi. Yeah, forget satsangi. I have to enjoy myself. All this COVID, I've been in COVID, locked up in the house too long. I need to free up a little bit. In other words, no matter what Guru has told us, how much he's pushed this in our head, that there's nothing in the world, we still keep looking. We still keep looking. What are we looking for? Nothing goes inside here. Nothing. There's nothing there. You go. What are you going to get? Just waste time. And then you die, and what's going to happen? And we lose this golden opportunity. Not because you come into satsang, guarantee you're going to get human birth. If you have not progressed spiritually, if you have not attained a certain amount of love for Bhagavan, for Radha Krishna, there's no guarantee. You're just lazy and careless and not following the right way. So, Naratan. Right? So, this is being given to us. We've gotten the grace of God. God has given us. So, Manushyatvam Mumukshutvam. A yearning, a love for God. A yearning to know God. Look, a lot of people do puja, they go to mandir, they go to church, they do a lot of things. But how many people want to know God? Majority of people who are going, whether they're Hindus, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jain, no matter who they are, they pray to God for a while. People pray, oh, hey Bhagwan, help me get a good job, help me get a good boy to get married to, I want to get a very nice girl to get married, I need some children, I need to have some money, I need to win the lotto. People pray for a while. Because we are convinced that's where we're going to get happiness. How many people pray for God? That, hey Shri Krishna, I want you, I want to love you, I want to find you, I want to see you. That is called Mumukshutva. That's a big, big one. And Mahapurusha Sambhavaha, to have the association of a true saint, the true Guru. You have this tree, you have everything. So here we've gotten all of that. We've gotten the grace of God to find the true Guru. We have gotten Guru's grace that He has given us the true knowledge that we should want and love only Shri Krishna. Sabahi Gamayati. But we didn't make proper use of it. We lose it by being careless and being lazy, not realizing the value of what we are getting. So, be very careful. Tuma binu hetu kripalu hi puni kahe bisarayuri. So you are known to be causelessly merciful. The one who showers His grace, His mercy without any reason, any cause, then how come you've forgotten me? The devotee is saying. God doesn't forget us. We forget God. We get lost in this material world, in the material pleasures. Or Bhagwan ko bhul jate, we forget Bhagwan. God is always there. Guru is always there with us, the true Guru. But we have to realize that. So we're going to sing this beautiful, but try to focus your mind on Radha Krishna and God and the meaning of this, of the words. Don't just sing words. Try to visualize, if possible, even shed tears. Alright? This is called sadhana. Dwar Patit ayori Kishori Radhe. Dwar Patit ayori Kishori Radhe. Dwar Patit ayori Kishori Radhe. प्रेम की यद्यपि मांगत भीख प्रेम की यद्यपि मांगत भीख पात्र संग नहीं लायो रे किशोरी राधे पात्र संग नहीं लायो रे किशोरी पात्र संग नहीं लायो रे किशोरी राधे पात्र संग नहीं लायो रे किशोरी द्वार पतित आयो रे किशोरी राधे विष्ठा विषय हेतु नित अबला विष्ठा विषय हेतु नित अबला विष्ठा विषय हेतु शुकर जो भटकायो रे किशोरी राधे भटकायो रे किशोरी शुकर जो भटकायो रे किशोरी राधे भटकायो रे किशोरी द्वार पतित आयो रे किशोरी राधे द्वार पतित संतन कयो नेकु नहीं मानो संतन कयो नेकु नहीं मानो कियो सदा मन भायो किशोरी राधे कियो सदा मन भायो किशोरी राधे द्वार पतित आयो किशोरी राधे जानी जानी अपराध करत नीत जानी जानी अपराध करत नीत कहना लजायो किशोरी द्वार पतित आयो किशोरी राधे Kishori Radhe Dwar Patit ayo Kishori Radhe तुम बिनु हेतु कृपालु तुम बिनु हेतु तुम बिनु हेतु Kishori Kishori
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare So, what are you? We're going to go into.
She said sing one more.
One.
She's the first one.
It's late. We started late, but and everybody will complain that I have to go so far and they keep me back.
It's daylight stuff.